Hey everyone, Dante here with the Raging Geek. Today I want to show you Dungeons and Dragons die-cast miniatures from Jada Toys. So I got these Jada Toys die-cast minis at Walmart, and some of them I also got on Amazon. I was kind of surprised when I saw them. You don't really see too much, Dungeons and Dragons stuff out there. Especially in a mainstream type setting, like a major retail store like Walmart or something like that. Usually you have to go to like a hobby shop or, something that specializes in tabletop gaming. But I saw these, I thought it'd be cool to pick them up. Anything with the Dungeons and Dragons logo, I tend to gravitate to and like to snatch it if I can. So here's a close-up. This is one of, I want to say, one of 4 other boxes that I know of that have minis. So, this one you have the young red dragon. You have a paladin, a fighter, a drow elf rogue, and a dwarf cleric. Get a closer look. And just to take a look at the others, I'm only going to open one because, to go through all these would take forever. But I'm definitely going to show you all the ones there are. So you got a human barbarian, elf paladin, ogre, drow elf rogue, dragonborn cleric. And they seem to come in 3 sizes. You have the large size that has the dragon. You have the mid-size box set that has like the ogre, and there's another one with the beholder, which I have here. And from what I get, these are about, I want to say, 1.5 inches tall, give or take, a couple of tenths of an inch. And they vary in price. And they seem to be Forgotten Realms centric. So most of the characters, at least the named characters, are from the Forgotten Realms setting. And I want to say specifically around the Dritz Duerden storyline. So you have Cadabrai, the Human Ranger, Dwarf Cleric, Elf Paladin, and a figure called Orog. Granted, I haven't kept up with the stories in recent years, but Cadabrai, one of the more well-known characters in the Dritz Duerden storylines. And I was surprised when I saw they actually have Dritz here too. So you have Dritz, Drow Elf Ranger, Mind Flayer, Dragonborn Cleric, Human Fighter. So the small ones, they go for around $5 on Amazon and in Walmart. I haven't checked recently on Walmart. I don't know if they've been restocking them, but the supplies were kind of, I want to say, scarce. Some Walmarts had certain box sets as opposed to other Walmarts. The mid-size box set, this goes between anywhere, like on Amazon I got it for like just under $9. I think at Walmart it's going for like $10 off the shelf. And this I got for $15 on Amazon. I think at Walmart it goes for, I'm not entirely sure. I think I saw it going for $19.99. So, but it is cheaper on Amazon. So, if it's always nice to buy in store, but if you can't find it at Walmart, definitely get it at Amazon. You probably get it at a 25% discount, which is pretty substantial. But let's open one of these. I want to show you these Jada toy miniatures, and then I want to compare it to other miniatures I've done in the past, including older D&D miniatures that I have from, I think, 10 plus years ago. I know they came out with a line of miniatures a while back. They weren't die cast though, they were PVC plastic. So it'd be nice to compare the details. I can tell you right now, detail wise, I mean, these lack a degree of detail. I think for the price point though, they're pretty nice. They have some vibrant colors. You definitely, for, I guess if you want to call it on the road gaming, or if you're not, just to get the general idea of the characters and creating a game setting, I think they definitely do the job. But let's open one up and we'll take a closer look, and then we'll do a comparison. And another thing I noticed at Walmart, it seems like minis lately are all the rage. Or I don't know if lately, but I'm seeing a lot of older franchises coming out with minis. I also saw like G.I. Joe's, the same type of minis. I can't recall if it was Jada Toys or not, but I wouldn't be surprised. But don't quote me on that. So, I mean, picking these up, they have some, some heft to them. This is the Mind Flayer. So just so you get an idea of some detail. This is the Dragonborn Cleric. And then you have Dritz. Which he seems to be in an odd pose where he has one sword kind of staked down, and then if you turn him around, he has another sword kind of straddled to his back. So he's got like a kind of a backhanded type grip to the sword, but he definitely has both scimitars, and he has two sheaths too, which is a nice added piece of detail. From seeing it from the box, you would only think he had one, and until now I just realized he has two swords. So I was a little bit concerned there was a lack of detail there, but they obviously are aware he has the two scimitars, and they definitely put it in. And then we have the Human Fighter. So not too bad. The shield lacks a bit of detail. I mean, it's just kind of like a big frisbee, if you want to call it that. I mean, they could have gave it some, I guess, some etchings to give it a little detail. But yeah, it's just a plain shield. Okay, so I recently, there's a couple of comparisons I want to do. So I recently did some WizKids HD minis. So to give you an idea of the scale between the two, so these are ones I paint are to be painted. I painted some previously. I can't seem to find where I put them. I got so much stuff lying around. But this is one that's unpainted. So to get an idea of the scale, I mean, they're pretty. I want to say they're not scaled because I can't believe Dritz would be kind of towering over this. I'm gonna say it's an orc warrior, and I'm gonna pull out my collection. So I have a collection of D&D minis that I've acquired over the years. Got a few. I'm gonna say probably around anywhere between 60 to 80, I would say. But yeah, I got a lot of dragons. I got all sorts of characters. So get back to the comparison. So the ones that came out a while back. So this is it was in 2009. It was the D&D Heroes line. So this is a male human cleric, and you can see that these definitely are a lot smaller than these Jada toys. So I guess, you know, it all depends on your preference. You know, how your buildings, if you have structures on your settings, you know, how they're scaled. But yeah, definitely the D&D Heroes from about, I want to say 12 years ago, definitely smaller. They're probably a solid inch compared to like these that are like an inch and a half, or I want to say an inch and a quarter maybe, compared to these that are about an inch and a half. And if you further compare, so these are some other miniatures that I had painted recently. This one in particular, this is a warband miniature I painted. So I want to say on the as far as detail, you know, for a basic die-cast miniature, I want to say that this one, they're probably on par. Again, the scale of the Jada Toys die-cast one is slightly bigger, but this is the warband miniature, and this is the Jada Toys, obviously. But I want to say, as far as detail, they're, you know, like a basic painted miniature. I mean, you're looking at, you know, pretty much the same level of detail, maybe a little less. I mean, they don't really seem to go into too much details, just broad color schemes here, you know, so you know, you don't really get much accessory details, you know, just hair and you know, shirt, pants, that type of thing, but no small details. So I mean, how many are in? 4 in a pack, so you're looking at $1.25 each miniature. So I mean, not too bad. I mean, especially to get D&D miniatures at Walmart for $1.25 a piece. I mean, definitely does the job. I mean, you know, if I had a story and I was to say this is Dritz, you know, I guess I'd believe it. And I got these. I can't remember where I got these. I think these are some other figures. If you happen to know, put it in the comments. But these are some I picked up. They were dated 97, but they're definitely really small miniatures, an inch tops, maybe 3/4 of an inch. But these are pewter, I want to say. I can't remember. I don't think they're Dungeons and Dragons though. Definitely from a hobby shop, and but a well-known figure maker. Jada Toys, D&D miniatures. I didn't want to open the dragon, but to give you a scale idea of the dragon and Dritz, There you go. And that's supposed to be a young red dragon. So that's probably scaled pretty accurate, I want to say. So yeah, small boxes with just the character figures, $5, Amazon or Walmart. Mid-size boxes. There's one with the Beholder and an Ogre as the large monsters in the box set. These go for about $9 to $10 on Amazon and Walmart. You know, they put Catabri and Dritz in these box sets. I mean, they should have went the full 9 and put Bruner and Wolfgar too. That would have been great. Are there better figures out there? Yeah, I mean, you definitely, you know, if you're definitely into details, yeah, these probably aren't the figures for you. You know, if you are a D&D fan though, and you know, looking for some figures, you know, you buy these minis, these miniatures, and you paint them and you make them nice, and you don't want to use them for gaming. You know, like these D&D Marvelous Miniatures by WizKids. Then, you know, these probably would be a good economical choice to buy them and, you know, and play around with them and not really worry if, you know, they get scuffed up or broken or whatnot. Not that they should. I mean, I don't know what kind of gaming you would do where, you know, the miniatures would get beat up unless you had some real, you know, interactive gaming. And do I like them? Yeah, you know, for the price, why not? You know, I'm a D&D fan, but you know, they're definitely they should be available at most Walmarts. Last I checked, probably a month or so ago. But they're definitely available on Amazon, so check it out. I haven't seen these at GameStop, and I don't think I've seen them at Target, but definitely at Walmart and Amazon. And, you know, I think they should definitely, I don't know about buying G.I. Joe miniatures, you know, unless you're doing G.I. Joe gaming, but, you know, for Dungeons and Dragons, you know, it makes sense. You know, a cheap way to start a campaign, have some figures, and create your game setting and give it some life. And that's it. So I want to say good job to Jada Toys and Wizards of the Coast, and, you know, putting out a economical line of miniatures that gamers, tabletop gamers, can use for their gaming. So good job. And that's it, everyone. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to post. Please like, subscribe, check out my site. See you again soon. Take care.
Raging Geek, Retro, all things geek, where geeks can be geeks. Raging Geek, Retro, all things geek, where geeks can be geeks.